Yeah.
Let go my ego! We are back. And I'm gonna miss my avatar. Sorry, I was messing with 611.
Wait. What's your KD?
611's head. Ah, perfect! There we go. We got a Flying Scotsman. By the way, Kevin, would you want to see how my Santa's looking?
Sure.
All right, let me put on the camera. I don't mean the camera of death.
Cool.
This hat is nice and colorful. Ho, ho, ho. Yes, and we got Flying Scotsman.
No, it doesn't meet the minimum requirements.
Hello, this is Flying Scotsman.
I think I might have to add in another layer of
Hell out of
markers,
here.
Kevin.
I think the best option is to wait here and keep trying to call the others on the radio. And if they don't reply, then come the morning, we make a break for it. It's me. One way or another, we're getting back to our own lines. How's it coming, Henry? We're almost ready. The last of the shells are being loaded now. This is taking too long. We need to be out looking for Thomas and Douglas now. Take it easy, Lily. I want to find them just as badly as you. But if we have any hope of doing that, we need to go about it properly. Excellent, said Edward. And I'm pleased to say we have found them. We have, General? How? Where? Aerial reconnaissance caught sight of them at a factory near Ostheim, and by an extraordinary stroke of luck, they were sighted in the company of one of our Tapper engines. Tapper engines, sir? As in radio tapping, Henry. Mobile listening stations that are constantly monitoring enemy communications. The engine in question is a Great Western 1400 tank engine named Oliver. He and his breakdown Toad were cut off in yesterday's ambush. So we know where they are. Are we going to go get them? Yes. Specifically, you three. The rest of your platoon will help support our attack on Heldenbergen. The assault should provide enough of a distraction for you to rescue them. You can count on us, sir. I know I can. Oh, there's one more thing you should know. The radio operator working with Oliver and Toad is an old friend of mine. One whom I believe you have a history with. Who are you talking about, sir? Blair! Hello, Thomas. It's been a long time. Not long enough. You two know each other? Unfortunately, yes. This tosspot caused all manner of trouble for me and my friends back on Sodor. Then, his disgraced partner sent one of us rolling down a hill and me into a bloody pond. I had nothing to do with that, Thomas. Burke's actions were his own. And as for the so-called trouble I caused, I was just doing my job. Like I'm doing here. Why are you here anyway? Oliver, Toad, and I have been monitoring Nazi transmissions for several months now. Why you? I was a radio analyst during the First World War. I was recalled to that post when this one broke out. You can't be too good at that job, or you would have picked up word of yesterday's ambush. We've been tasked with tracking the Nazis' leadership. Lately, we've been chasing one of their more vile members. Who? Is that ours or theirs? Sounds like both. Let me jump on the radio and find out what's going on. If it is our crew, let's hope they're putting the jellies through hell. Damn it! Blauto de Blau 4, are you informed in clear? Nekien Blauto, Magi informed als in Rad, Agrim Lorobal Barwal, Widien Blau 4, Mainan Araquan Tien Lobrau Aral, Copwich Blauto, Poplink. Well, our lads have launched an attack on Heldenbergen. From the sound of it, the Germans are throwing in everything they've got to defend it. That doesn't sound good. No, but a gap has opened up in their lines. If we have any chance of getting out of here, we need to move now. I don't like the idea of making a break for it during a battle, but I hate the idea of staying here even more. Agreed. Let's go. Oh no! We've been spotted! There's nothing for it! Leg it! I must say, in all my years of service, I've never met anyone with quite so much resource and sagacity as you engines. We're just doing our job, sir. And I'm very grateful for that. And so is Toad. Thank you very much. I'm thankful too. I can see why Mr. Starr thought so highly of you all. May he rest in peace. Careful, Mr. Blair. I might actually start liking you. Well, we can't have that, can we? Nice to see you haven't lost your sense of humor, Tony. I try my best, George. Oh, that just reminded me. We may have found him. You have? Where? That's the frustrating part. He's at a facility called Bulbreck, but we don't know its exact location. Who are you talking about? Hitler? Of course not. That bastard is probably holed up in a concrete bunker in Berlin. I'm talking about Joseph Mengele, the Nazis' chief scientist. Chief sadist would be more accurate. We helped liberate a handful of concentration camps where he served. The stories the prisoners told were enough to churn my firebox. Indeed, Mr. Oliver. I remember one account told by a little girl over what that man did to her twin sister. Ugh, disgusting. So we know where he is, just not where he is. We could get back out in the field and keep searching. Oh, no, you don't, Oliver. General Hammond, with all due respect, we have a duty to uphold. Here's an example to us all, chaps. But nonetheless, you have been through quite the ordeal. All four of you have. As such, you will be examined for any damage. Then, and only then, will you return to active duty. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Lucky you, Henry, getting to blow up a couple of Jerry Steamies. Aye, there was a strange sense of satisfaction in blowing them to hell. Big bastards they were, too. Dare I say, they could give you a run for your money, Peter. If we ever come across one, I'd be willing to test that. Ah, you boys and your chest thumping. Crikey, look at this mess. Those Jerry shells certainly pack a wallop. Just be careful when sifting through this lot. You never know where you might come across. I don't expect one. Clear out! Ouch! Damn safety valve! Oh dear God, no! It should go without saying, Lily's brave action that day got her killed, but her sacrifice did allow Henry to live, albeit not unscathed. Though the Middies number 2 bore the brunt of the blast, our number 3 still suffered damage. Too much for him to be repaired on the front line. He was shipped back to England, bringing word of Lily's passing with him. I'm afraid we weren't given much time to grieve, not after learning some very important information. Over 100 prisoners were taken during the Battle of Heldenbergen, one of whom just so happened to be a former guard at the elusive Bulbrecht concentration camp. The guard gave us the facility's exact location. In a blitz-style attack, we swooped in on Bulbrecht. Encountering minimal resistance, we quickly took the place. Unfortunately, Mengele wasn't there, but what we did find was no less horrific. Those poor souls. How can people do that to one another? Not people, Edward. Monsters. Too true, old chap. Does anyone else find this place a little odd? If by odd you mean depressing. Not just that. Depression is a given with these places. What do you mean, then? Doesn't there appear to be an awful lot of track here? Now that you mention it, yes. If I were to hazard a guess as to why that is, I would say this place wasn't always a prison. Perhaps an industry of sorts. A sawmill, maybe. Why would they convert a sawmill into a concentration camp? I don't know, Adam. Why would they enact a policy that necessitated the need for such wretched places? All right. Let's settle down, chaps. This is an emotional time for all of us, but we need to stay focused. Gordon, once these people are on board your train, take them back to the 4077th. Adam, head on over to the eastern side of the camp. There's that shed we haven't looked in yet. I'll join you shortly. Right, yeah. Oh, God! Adam, what's wrong? Adam, what is it? Dear God, man, what's the matter? Gordon, there is no God. And if there is, he sure as hell isn't fucking good. Taken aback by Adam's outburst, I then proceeded to make the biggest mistake of my life. I looked inside that damn shed. I'll spare you the gory details, but suffice to say the word abattoir would be a gross understatement. Subsequent interrogations of Bulbrecht staff revealed the facility did indeed used to be a sawmill. At Mengele's request, it was converted into a concentration camp. The Angel of Death then proceeded to conduct his grotesque experiments on the prisoners, making good use of its high-powered equipment. As much as I hate to say it, a morsel of good came out of that mission. Adam and I were deemed traumatized by what we saw. We and our entire platoon were rotated to rearguard duty, returning to our base at Ostend in Belgium. There, far removed from the front lines, we worked and tried to forget. But it wasn't easy. How are you holding up, Adam? I'm getting there. I had my therapy session this morning, and my crew are over there now. Is it helping? Very much so. The important thing is I need to keep working. So what's this train you've brought in, Peter? Just a transfer from the front line. Mostly empty trucks and a couple of tanks that need fixing. What's that coach doing at the rear? Oh, that. That coach is holding German POWs. Really? What's it doing here? It was accidentally attached to my train. By the time they realized this cock-up, it was practically here. It'll be going back tomorrow. Well, track 4 is clear. We'll be able to shut this train later. Why not now? Because we got a ton of other trucks to move first. I can handle Peter's train, Thomas, if you want to make a start on that lot. You're going to run crewless? No, of course not. They'll be back in about 10 minutes. We'll put this train away and be right over to assist. Sounds like a plan. I can help out too once I refuel. That'd be great. Let's get to it. See you soon, Adam. Right. See you soon. What's his hurry? What's his hurry? That's just what I... What was that? It didn't sound good. Wait here. Adam! What the hell did you do? The right thing, Douglas. What happened? Adam just shunted a coach straight into the bloody sea. It was full of German prisoners. Wait, what? You drowned an entire coach full of POWs? What the hell is wrong with you? Nothing. Those bastards deserve to die. That wasn't your decision to make. Can you honestly say what I did was wrong, Edward? I thought not. Son of a bitch. I hate to say it, but fishing that coach out of the sea was an exercise in futility. Adam's actions caused a profound split among the platoon, our division mirroring that of society's. When news of this made the papers, there were an equal number of voices calling for Adam to be given a medal and to be charged with murder. Neither happened, as our superiors didn't want to incentivize killing prisoners, and, at the time, there were no laws that could charge a non-faceless vehicle with murder. And given who Adam had killed, the politicians weren't exactly in a rush to change that. Even though no charges were laid down, the army certainly didn't trust us after that. As such, our platoon was disbanded, and we returned to Sodor. We arrived to a hero's welcome, despite a rather ignoble end to our service. With the help of our friends, we managed to reacclimatize to civilian life and move on from the hardships of the Second World War, which ended in Europe on May 8, 1945, and on September 2nd of that year in the Pacific. The world was profoundly altered by that terrible conflict. Great changes had been made, and others were yet to come. But those are stories for another day. Hello everyone, Victor Tanzik here, and welcome to Greetings and Salutations. Well, it's certainly been a while since I've done one of these, hasn't it? I apologize for that, but I'm sure you can understand why. After all, in addition to real-life concerns, I was also hard at work on my Stories of War mini-series that was recently released. And it should come as no surprise, that will be the main focus of today's video. So if you haven't seen it yet, stop watching this video now because there will be spoilers. Okay, if you're still here, let's get stuck into it. First of all, thank you so much to everyone who watched it, who liked and commented. The feedback has been overwhelmingly positive. It was better than I thought it would be. Likewise of my Stories of War mini-series itself, because I don't mind telling you that I went through some severe cases of frustration, writer's block, technical issues, incompetence on my part, and just an overall lack of motivation in certain cases. And I was really worried at one point that my mini-series wouldn't be up to my absurdly high standards. But, like I said, I'm very pleased with how it turned out, and clearly you guys are too. Of course, it should come as no surprise, I wasn't aiming for 100% historical accuracy with this. And of course, there were some comments that did point out some of the historical inaccuracies, which I don't mind in the slightest. I mean, it's always great to see people paying a close attention to history. And those who did critique the inaccuracies in my series, thank you very much for that feedback and also for not being nasty about it. It's very, very refreshing. And that brings me to another matter regarding my mini-series, which was the use of Sudrian, or Sudric as it's apparently called. And that also reminds me, I meant to address this topic in my last Greetings and Salutations video when Season 2 wrapped, but it just slipped my mind. In both instances, a lot of people were actually asking, was that actually Sudrian or Sudric? I'm just going to call it Sudrian. I hope you guys don't mind. Was my use of Sudrian real? Where did I learn it? And where can you learn it? Well, the thing is, it's not actually Sudrian. You see, what I did was I just jumped onto Google Translate and I typed in one word at a time and I had it translated to Welsh. And from there, I just modified the spelling and the pronunciation of the various words. And I'm very, very pleased with the end result. And with regards to Stories of War in general, I don't know why, but there appears to be some confusion or some lack of clarity as to whether it is or isn't canon to my overall series. Well, I'm going to answer that definitively. Yes, it is, which means the events will be referenced in future seasons. However, the characters that were killed off, they won't be returning. So that means Colin, Lily, Alfred, and Mr. Starr, I'm sorry to say, they're gone. As to future seasons, I don't know when Season 3 will be released. I haven't even started it yet. I will try and see about releasing it around New Year's, like I did with season 2, but I can't make any promises. Okay, with that out the way, I guess I'll get around to the shout-outs now. The first one I want to give is to Trains Inkling 78 Productions, formerly known as Trains ELD. I've done a number of voices in his series. It's really good, and you guys should definitely check it out. I'll leave a link for it in the description. Likewise, I'll leave a link to one of the funnier trains-related channels on YouTube. That is BSM Iron Panzer LOL. His content is absolutely hilarious. He's got a series running called the 110th Platoon. And yes, that is where I got the name for the military unit that was used in my series. But his series is a whole lot better, and I strongly advise you guys to check it out. And the final shout out I want to give is to Gamerholic 1994. And the reason for that is because of a comment they left several months back on a video of mine in which they made mention to something called Free Int Cam. And when I saw that, I thought, what's that? So after doing some poking around, I discovered it was a different way of shifting the camera for use in trains, which was very, very exciting actually, because I'm sure it's no surprise to anyone that my series and videos up to now have included overwhelmingly static shots. That wasn't just laziness on my part, it was actually just because, for the most part, I didn't know how to use this free int cam, or more accurately, I didn't know it existed. And it was quite frustrating, really, because nearly every other Thomas related video on YouTube involves some kind of unique angle or tracking shot or moving shots or whatever. And I just didn't know how to do that. And it was very, very annoying. But thanks to Gamerholic's comment, I've now discovered how that's done. So going forward, my videos will include a lot more movement in the shots. All right, that's all I can say there. I am still taking story ideas, so if you guys do have any, feel free to post it in the comments down below, or just shoot me an email. You can find my address on the About page of my channel. Okay, I guess that's all I've got to say there. So I'll wrap this up with today's question, which is, what was your favorite speech used in Stories of War? I'm interested to hear what you guys think. The speech that I used for Stalin, if you guys want to know what he actually said, there's a link to it in the description that'll take you to the video I used, which includes subtitles. And I got to admit, when I was looking up audio for Stalin's speech, he certainly didn't sound like what I thought he would. I guess it was just the overly romanticized image that the Communist Party put out about him that made me think he would sound more authoritarian instead of, well, like a wimp. Boy, I'm so glad he's not around today. He'd probably send the KGB after me. Okay, that's all I got to say there. Thank you very much for watching, and have a good one.
Oh dear.
All right, Kenny, come along. I'm sure Thomas has a lot of work to do. Thank you for taking the time to talk with us, Thomas. No worries. Is there something you didn't tell me, Lachlan? What sort of something, Thomas? Don't go on like that. You said Wilbert wrote a book about me. What was it about? Hold up a moment. Ah, it looks like the lads have fixed the points. We can head off now. So are you going to tell me about this story or not? Which one, Thomas? All the way to the mine, Thomas's driver told him about the recently released book that chronicled a number of his supposed hijinkses, like being trailed behind Gordon at high speeds, his trouble with trucks, and rescuing James after he had an accident. Our number one was awash with mixed feelings on the matter, which were reminiscent of the rest of us. It should come as no surprise that I'm talking about the Railway series of children's books published by Reverend Wilbert Audrey. Of course, we all knew about these books from the day they were released on May 12, 1945. And after they began growing in popularity, we were admittedly thrilled by the prospect we would gain a measure of celebrity. It certainly was a joy when people began asking us of our escapades. Unfortunately, that's where the problems began to emerge. As time went on and more books were released, visitors to Sodor began asking about events that were either inaccurate or entirely fictional. Some took it a step further and even insulted us for poor behavior that we never exhibited. This latter issue annoyed some more than others.
When a
Gordon,
creature sends his old
but
episode.
nothing.
Nice.
Easy for you to say. That wretched book depicted you as a sympathetic victim while I was shown to be an aggressive bully. And then there is the disgraceful attitude I displayed, refusing to shut my own coaches and pull goods trains. You can hardly deny that's who you used to be. Exactly, who I used to be, not who I am now. Why didn't Wilbert feel it necessary to write about such a change? Character progression is a staple
I'll
of
do that.
literature. So is the reality that an author often writes fiction based on actual events and people. And that's just what it is, fiction. A writer will often make changes in order to appeal to their target audience, which in this case is children. But must it be done by defaming the character of said inspirational figures? Well, if you want to talk about defamation of character, old boy, I would say Henry copped it worse than you. Yes, indeed. I would have to agree. Once an engine attached to a train was afraid of a few drops of rain. He went into a tunnel and squeaked through its funnel and wouldn't come out again. Yes, that's very funny. Bye, Henry. Bye-bye. Yeah, we plant. I don't believe it. This is outrageous. What's the matter with you? Some kid on the platform sang that ridiculous rhyme about me. I swear, I'm going to hiss steam at the next git who does. What? No, nothing. Come along, Sam. Out with it. Well, I'm not going to say it, Henry, so you needn't wish me. But, is it true? Did you really hide in the tunnel because of a bit of rain? Of course not. Have you forgotten that rain is water, an essential ingredient to our means of propulsion? A steam engine that's afraid of water is more ridiculous than a pilot who's afraid of...
You care what I lost it.
Uh-oh. Where you go?
Somewhere different.
Oh no, is this one gonna eat him? Oh no, the river ate him.
information of character roll. Fix the points. We can head off now. So are you going to tell me about this story or not? Which one, Thomas? All the way to the mine, Thomas's driver told him about a recently released book. All right, Kenny, come along. I'm sure Thomas has a lot of work to do. Thank you for taking the time to talk with us, Thomas. No worries. Is there something you didn't tell me, Lachlan? Something, Thomas.
And I have the volume too low. I am nuts.
Oh, look, he's back.
And he's still magic. Wait, what?
Yeah, I'm in the middle of trying to help some friends out. So I'm back and forth here. I'm sorry.
Of heights. But then again, the true version I would hardly consider family friendly. There's a true version? Oh, yes. Shall I? Go ahead. Once an engine attached to a train heard the whir of the Nazi planes. With a squeak of his funnel, he hid in the tunnel and waited until it was safe again. Nazi planes? Aye. It was the night the Blitz came to Sodor. I was taking a passenger train at the time and heard the planes flying overhead. By some great miracle, I was near Ballyhoo Tunnel and dashed inside so fast I nearly popped out the other end. I waited for what felt like hours, hearing the distant explosions as Knapford was being bombed to oblivion. And then came one blast so loud I was nearly rocked off my rails. That would have been the blast that claimed the life of a dear friend of ours. Oh, I'm so sorry. Who was it? His name was Colin, and he died taking a train of gunpowder vans out of the yard in order to prevent a greater loss of life. In light of such details, Henry, perhaps it is understandable why the Reverend wrote his story the way he did. Maybe, but it still burns my boiler. And I'm serious. If anyone else starts to say it, once an engine attached to a train, gah! Oh, nice. All right there, Adam? No, Drolin, I am not. Oh? Is something wrong? I took a passenger train this morning, and the entire time I was waiting at the platform, they kept asking, do you know Edward? Do you know Henry? Do you know Gordon? Do you know Thomas? It was very annoying. It sure sounds like it was. And when I introduced myself, most just gave a dismissive, yes, we know, and then walked off. Are you surprised? No, not really. But I am surprised none of them asked about Colin or Lily. That's because the Reverend hasn't written anything about them. And I don't think he will. Which is a disgrace. They died as heroes and deserve to be recognized for it. I had a similar conversation with James just before the reshuffle. He was put out by the fact Mr. Starr was omitted and replaced by the fact controller. In light of recent events, I say this was a strange case of life imitating art. Why do you think the Reverend wrote that Sir Topham was always our boss? Maybe because he's more well known. That'd explain why Mr. Zorro wasn't included. Though I will say, Sir Topham's depiction in the Railway series hasn't exactly been favourable. What sort of controller would be daft enough to wall up an engine inside a tunnel? That's not only uneconomical, it's impractical. Sounds like a good idea to me. And you know what else? None of us middies have been shown in the books, which suits me just fine. That's not what you said last month. Last month, I hadn't heard all the stories. Then the ones about Thomas came out. And you know what? Let the nor'easters have all the humiliation. Come on, Diesel. You're not going to fall back into old habits, are you? No, I'm just saying. And I'm just saying to you, Diesel, I need you to shun some extra coaches for the next train. Extra coaches? How many more? 5. 5? Are we getting a royal visit or something? It's all these tourists. The extra work is annoying, but the additional fares are welcome. Get those coaches sorted, Diesel, sharpish. Right, yeah. As I mentioned before in passing, many visitors to Sodor asked us of our exploits. And indeed, those same visitors had come to the island because of the growing popularity of the Railway series. This rise in tourism was warmly welcomed and led to an increase in revenue for the council, which they then used to invest in a number of projects, one of which I will discuss in a future story. I will say, however, it did get a bit grating having to explain to these people what had and hadn't happened to us. And it did become obvious that only engines of the nor'easters had been featured in the series up to that point. This created jealousy and resentment and threatened to reignite the rivalry that had once divided us. I said move those tankers over there. Why? What's wrong with where they are? It's blocking access to a train I'm trying to marshal for Peter. Well, if I put them over there, I won't be able to use the turntable, and I need to get back to Elsbridge in half an hour. Then move your bunker and your train while you're at it. I have a better idea. You move my train, I'll move my bunker. Nor'easter nitwit, Middy more. Oh, bother! Well done, you daft git. Now I'm stuck in this siding. I'm fine, by the way. Thanks for your concern. Thank you, Mickey. Not a worry, Percy. I'm just glad it wasn't something more serious. Unless you count stupidity as serious. Don't be surprised if Wilbert doesn't write a book about you after this. What are you on about, Adam? Don't mind him, Chief. He's just mad because he knows war criminals don't belong in children's books. Why, you son of a... Knock it off, the both of you. Are you seriously getting bent out of shape over a silly children's book? Sure sounds like it. Good morning, Sir Topham. Morning, Leonard. I take it you've seen today's issue of the Sudrian Tribute? Indeed. Children's book leads to accident? The media certainly know how to create a misleading headline. Tell me it isn't true. I checked, Sir Topham. No, it isn't. That's a relief. Then why did this reporter imply that it was? Probably because it'll sell a lot more copies. But I'm told Percy and Adam began arguing about the Railway series in the aftermath of the incident. This is rather concerning, Leonard. I need to nip this in the bud before it blossoms into something worse. What did you have in mind, Sir Topham? I'm going to address the engines, but I shan't do it alone. Don't give me that, James. You were slow getting out of Knapford, which meant I was late getting to Barrow. The only reason I was slow, Peter, was because Donald dallied on the turntable. I dallied because the stupid thing jammed. That wasn't my fault. Funny how things always seem to break or go wrong when a middy is about. Eh, Gordon? Indeed, Henry. They could benefit from some nor'easter tutelage. And what exactly could you teach us? How to break down on hills, or how to race a bus at high speeds with a fully loaded passenger train? How dare you, Reginald? What an insult! It's disgraceful! Disgusting! Despicable! Mind if I use that? Wilbert? Is that you? Hello, Gordon. Hello, everyone. It's so good to see you all. Likewise, what brings you back to Sodor? My invitation. I have asked the Reverend here because I feel he can better explain the reasons why he wrote his books the way he did. But before he does, I would just like to say how disappointed I am. You all survived the war. Some of you braved the perils of the front line, and yet you go into a tizzy because of a collection of children's books. I expect my engines to be made of stronger stuff. Due respect, sir, those books didn't paint us in a positive light. You neither in some instances. And I don't let it upset me for the simple fact it is fiction. None of it happened the way it was described. Then why describe events in such a way to begin with? I will let the Reverend answer that. Thank you, Sir Topham. Yes, I use some of you as inspiration for my books, but I can't emphasize strongly enough that I never intended to slander any of you. As to why I wrote them the way I did, the answer is simple: to entertain children. In order to do that, I had to take liberties with certain events and make up others out of whole cloth. But why did you have to make them so outlandish? Because my son enjoyed them. Your son? He was ill a few years ago, and I told him stories using some of you as characters. He enjoyed them so much that I became inspired to write them down. It was my hope such stories could brighten the lives of other children. What about those who died during the war? Are you going to use them in your stories? No. It would be disrespectful and inappropriate to use a children's book to describe such losses. Not to mention those children reading them might not want to be reminded of the war. Exactly. You know, now that I think about it, it is kind of funny, hiding in a tunnel because of rain. And I suppose my past conduct does deserve to be remembered. At least it's done in a humorous way. Wilbert, at the risk of sounding vain, will the rest of you be in my stories? In truth, I haven't decided. I suppose only time will tell. To those of us working on the branch lines, Wilbert outlined his reasons for writing his stories the way he did. The Fat Controller also had a few stern words to deliver, ones that made us realize how silly it was we were letting ourselves be divided over a piece of fiction. I'm pleased to say the temporary rift that formed between us quickly closed, and we moved on like nothing had happened. Of course, throughout the years that followed, people still asked us about the events described in the Reverend's books. I won't lie, it sometimes gets annoying, but on the whole, it's been a thrill to speak with these fans. And I will say, not all of Wilbert's future stories would be fictional. Indeed, some would be rooted entirely in fact. The winter of 1947 was a very interesting one. For reasons that have baffled me to this day, the island's various industries didn't close for the frosty season. Instead, they remained open and fully operational, ensuring we had a constant stream of stone, china clay, lumber, and coal to ship. And speaking of shipping, that too remained curiously consistent, so we were bombarded with endless numbers of goods trains. I won't lie, we felt incredibly overwhelmed by this unexpected workload. Fortunately, the Fat Controller arranged for Jeffrey to transfer in to assist us. His help certainly lightened the load, which did improve our collective mood. Also of great assistance to boosting our morale were the approach of Christmas and the imminent nationalization of the railways. This latter point was a source of heavy conversation among staff and engines, and I must say, opinion was strongly divided. You're not looking forward to it, Gordon? I am, Reginald. It's just, I'm going to miss being a nor'easter. After all, were it not for the LNER, I may never have been built. Likewise, for you as a MIDI. I never thought of it that way. You're right, but our legacy will still endure on British railways. As a MIDI, that's very true. How do you mean? Come on, Reggie. It's no secret that most new engines to be built by BR will be based on LMS designs. You almost sound bitter about that, James. No, I'm not. I admit it makes sense. It's also no secret your group is the largest of the big four. I'll tell you what, I'm looking forward to the planned overhaul we're going to receive once nationalization kicks in. Indeed, updating all engines to a single standard is sure to cut the cost of maintenance and the time we actually spend in the works. It'd also be great if they could cut down the time it takes to clear snowdrifts. I mean, we've been waiting for nearly an hour. What's the holdup? Steady, James. Mickey is only one engine. Then why aren't Donald and Douglas helping? They are. I happen to know for a fact they're working on clearing the tunnel as we speak. They are? Oh dear. What? Is it still only the double track side that's blocked? Is the single line still clear? Last I heard, yes. Why? Because Henry is scheduled to pass through there with a goods train. Oh dear. Exactly. We got ourselves a real doozy here, Donny. Aye, anyone would think it was winter. At least we're making progress, and we don't have to worry about digging some silly sod out of it. Morning, lads. Speaking of silly sods, let me rephrase. Morning, Donald. Morning, Henry. How are things? Very good, thank you. Glad to see you're chipping away at that drift there. And we'd be making greater progress if we weren't being interrupted. So if you don't mind, and even if you do, shove off. Shh. You lads hear that? What? Sounds like a brake van being smashed. But that can't be, because Douglas is right here. Oh, you want to get personal, do you? At least the last brake van I smashed into didn't have anybody in it. You rotten good-for-nothing son of a... Oh, Lord save me. Those two were at each other's throats for near 20 minutes. If Mickey hadn't shown up, I reckon they'd still be going at it. You're not wrong, Donald. This ridiculous feud between those two has created a bad atmosphere about the railway. We need to do something. I don't know what. We on the main line have been trying to calm Henry down, and I know you lads on the branch line have been doing the same for Dougie, but it doesn't seem to be having any impact. You think we could get the fat controller to intercede? Maybe, but I don't know if we should. He is our controller, not our nanny. Perhaps being our controller means he'll have more of an influence over those two. Like I just said, we certainly haven't been able to change their minds. It's certainly an idea, Donald. I'll have a word with Sir Topham when he gets back from London. When's that going to be? A couple of days. I got a bad feeling something's going to happen between now and then. Me too, old chap. Me too. Jeffrey. Jeffrey. Jeffrey! What the? Your train's ready. You're good to go. Oh, sorry, Toby. I must have dozed off. Thank you. What's the matter, Jeffrey? You look like you've seen a ghost. Maybe I did, Percy. I dreamt about Alfred. Oh, I see. What happened? Nothing, really. He just appeared and gave me a rather stern look. Well, let's hope he stays in the realm of dreams. I'm in no mood for dealing with the supernatural this year. Yes, quite. I don't fancy a run-in with anyone's ghost. Certainly not his. Jeffrey, can I ask you something? What was the history between the two of us? Yes, you never actually said why he hated you. It's a rather shameful story. You want to talk about it? Not really, but I will. It was back during my hoodlum days when I was sabotaging the competition in some misguided sense of company loyalty. One such incident was in London itself. I had gotten wind that the Nor'easters were to take a special passenger train comprised of important dignitaries, which included the Duke and Duchess of Boxford. Alfred was assigned to take it. Long story short, I arranged for a goods train to derail near the Nor'easter sheds, trapping them inside. It was my hope either I or a fellow middy would be called upon as a replacement. Unfortunately for me, the plan backfired,
Oh, well.
as Spencer happened to be outside the shed at the time. He ended up taking the train, and afterwards, the Duke and Duchess expressed an interest in buying Spencer once his working career is done. Alfred was furious at missing out on this opportunity, even more so when he found out I was responsible for that. How did he find out? I told him. After serving my sentence in Railgate, I set about making amends with everyone I had wronged. Amazingly, they all forgave me, with one exception. He kept on hating me. I truly believe the only time he stopped was when he rushed that bomb out of the harbor back during the war. Do you wish he had forgiven you? I do, but there's not much hope in that happening now. Never say never, Jeffrey, especially on this island. I'll keep that in mind. I'd best get going. Thank you for listening, chaps. No worries, Jeffrey. Safe travels.
I'm bored.
I found out the sim show.
Welcome to boredness.
How very odd. Odd. And those trees, most peculiar. Oh my goodness! Plus my buffers, that was close. Blimey, look at the size of that snowdrift. It must have slid down from the hill. And recently, the snow looks freshly churned. We better rush back to Crosby and raise the alarm. Yes, quite. This is going to cause problems. Over my dead body? That can be arranged, but until then, you don't have a choice. Mickey's asked for my help in clearing the drift. Has he gone soft in the boiler? You're more likely to get stuck in the stuff than move it. I don't really care what you have to say about this subject or any other. I'm going whether you like it or not. And you can use the coal chute after I'm done. Fine. Just make sure they don't give me that Welsh rubbish you need. What did Lily ever see in you? What did you say? I said, what did Lily ever see in you? You bastard! Ow! What in blazes? Are you out of your bloody mind, Douglas? You got personal for the last time, Henry. You clueless Caledonian. Look what you've done. You put me out of action. Now I won't be able to help clear the snow. If anything, I've sped it up by knocking you out. Oh, and how do you plan on helping? Oh, damn it! Huh. And you called me a silly sod. Thanks for your help, Peckett. You lads are just lucky it was a quiet day in the yard, and I would have preferred it had remained that way. You can blame old Square Wheels here that it wasn't. You're the one who knocked me off the rails, you daft git. Bust my buffers. I almost feel sorry for you two. Why? Good evening, engines. Oh, Sir Topham. I didn't know you were back. If you had known, would it have changed what happened? That depends on whether Henry would have kept his trap shut or not. Why don't you shut yours for a change? All right, enough. We are going to discuss this little predicament, and we are going to stay here until it is resolved. Peckett, excuse us, please. Yes, sir. Have fun, lads. Sir, if I may say, no, Henry, you may not. I will speak first. Let me just say how terribly disappointed I am in you two. I expect my engines to display some measure of professionalism and common sense. However, I am not entirely blameless for what happened. Sir, I've been aware of the tension between you two since returning to Sodor. Rather than address it right then and there, I let your animosity fester. It was inevitable it was going to lead to some form of unpleasantness. I'm just thankful and amazed it didn't end in any serious damage or injuries. I apologize for not making you address your issues sooner. Now, which of you wants to be the first to apologize to the other? I see. Sir Topham, I have nothing to apologize for. Even after making an incredibly thoughtless comment to Douglas? Too right! How dare you bring Lily into this? Don't think you're completely blameless, Douglas. No matter what Henry said, that didn't give you the right to bump him off the rails. With all due respect, sir, I'll have a go at anyone who mocks the woman I loved. And do you think she'd be proud of you for your actions today? I guess not, sir. But all the same, Douglas, why do you blame me for her death? She was killed by an enemy shell. A shell that went off near you after your safety valve burst. She died saving you. Aye, she died saving me. That was the act of a hero. Why can't you be proud of her for that? I am. Then what's your problem? My problem is being a hero got her killed. Why'd she do that? And for you of all engines. Wait a minute. Are you jealous? Douglas, there was nothing between us, and it wouldn't have mattered who the engine was. Me, Thomas, Gordon, Peter. She'd have rushed into the path of the explosion for any one of us. And you'd have done the same for her had the situation been different. You're right. I would have. Oh, God. Henry, I'm so sorry. So am I. And we're both sorry for any problems this causes you, Sir Topham. Well, I was obliged to inform the authorities. This incident will go on your records. I was able to dissuade the Railway Inspectors Unit from filing charges and allow me to discipline you, which I will. The both of you will be working double shifts until New Year, starting right now. The line has been cleared and we need to work through the backlog caused by this delay. See to it at once. Yes, sir. And for the rest of the night and into the morning, Douglas and Henry worked to clear through the many trains that had backed up. Donald and I were the first to find out they had reconciled, and we were especially happy for that. However, the others didn't know this at the time. You see, the day before, while the line was being cleared of snow, they'd held a meeting to discuss the situation. They too decided to talk to the Fat Controller about it. Or, to be more accurate, they proposed Percy be their deputation. I wasn't there when our number 6 spoke with Sir Topham, but by his own account, it didn't go well. A desperation? Did you seriously say that? What did you expect? I was nervous. It didn't help that I was shanghaied into the job. You did manage to get the point across, I hope. I did. I told the vet controller our feelings on the matter, and he said he's already dealt with it. What? He spoke to Henry and Douglas last night. Apparently, they've made amends. Just like that? Just like that. It might have helped if we'd known that sooner. This is why they should have let us keep our radios after the war. Indeed, it certainly would make communications easier, but they were military property, and the point has been made it is best to keep radio chatter to a minimum. You never know who may be listening. Yes, quite. The Russians have eyes everywhere, and ears everywhere else. Phew, wretched commies. We should have knocked them out after the Nazis. Let's save politics for another time, lads. For now, I would like to get some sleep. Capital idea, Toby. Good night, everyone. Good night, Gordon. What the? How did I get here? Where is everyone? Why is the yard so empty? What's that? Who's there? If this is a prank, I'm not lying. Oh, hello, Jeffrey. Fizzling fireboxes. Alfred? No, this is a dream. You're not real. You're not. Calm down, Jeffrey. I'm not going to hurt you. If I wanted that, I wouldn't have warned you about the snowdrift. Warned me? That was you? I don't know what to say. Actually, I do. You could have been less cryptic. Sorry. Death, like life, is complicated. And I'm also sorry for harboring the grudge I did. You're sorry? Yes. Jeffrey, I forgive you. You're not the same engine you were all those years ago. I wish I had realized that in life. But better late than never, I suppose. Yes, quite. Thank you. And again, I'm sorry for that awful trick I pulled. Apology accepted. Well, I better go. Before I leave, tell the others Colin, Lily, and Mr. Starr say hello. I will. But Alfred, where are you? For that matter, where are we? I don't know. As I said, death is complicated, but it's very peaceful here. Goodbye, Jeffrey. Merry Christmas, my friend. Merry Christmas to you, too. Morning, Jeffrey. You sleep well? Indeed I did, Toby. And Percy, you were right. About what? About never saying never. Jeffrey told the others about his dream, which soon spread to the rest of us. Given our past experiences, none of us had any doubt it was real. It also gave us a profound sense of closure, knowing our fallen friends were happy, wherever they were. I'm pleased to say that happiness endured. Christmas arrived and it was wonderful. This was followed by a great jubilee to commemorate the years of service offered by the disparate railways. And come January 1st, 1948, nationalization took effect. The days of the Big Four had ended. The days of British Railways were about to begin.
Da 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 da.
Jesus Christ.
You're not wrong.
I'm
You're not right
inside
in
someone.
place.
I'm inside someone and I can't
I can't get it.
I can't get out.
Oh no. I'll take this pizza.
No, I'm in someone else.
You're stuck in the house of mouse. Who's that knocking at the house of mouse?
Alright, there you go. It
I
stopped.
must have my sister all the time. She's annoying.
Hey.
No, I'm the second oldest. I have 3 siblings.
Come on, car. You're going this way.
My 2 sisters.
Good car. Whee! Anyone home? I got the pizza.
Pizza, pizza.
Pizza, pizza.
I'm 10, my brother's 11.
Alright.
Anyone there? Okay, come on, car. Let's go, car. Oh, oof. Wrong way. The car got stuck in the mailbox.
Wait.
Yee. I just put the
Dude, come here.
backing up, backing up.
Over here.
Hold up, where am I?
I'm about to do
I'm a
something.
B3.
Yeah, and I just hit a tree. Yay.
I'm delivering a pizza to your house.
Yeah, I'm seeing too.
I'm about to do a magic trick.
Oh, wait, Kevin, I know what you forgot.
What?
The share screen. There's Harry at a black
Okay.
hole.
Yeah.
Ah! Black hole.
Crap.
Up on the black hole stream.
Sorry.
Jesus, I accidentally. Gee.
I do not.
Oh dear.
Now everything's just going haywire for me.
Oh boy, we got a lot to pick up here. Okay, come on, truck.
Sharing
I
screen.
can't get it done.
Oh,
First of all, we gotta get.
and game slowing and computer slowing. Jesus.
But the manager works every job, sir.
Oh crap.
I said that was a new for some reason.
Come here, little boxy.
You gotta be joking.
We got a Kevin and a pizza.
There you go. Now I finally what's work.
My house is green, like Kermit, the frog.
Time for me to commit suicide.
Very funny.
I can only do it.
I am the delivery.
I can only
You are
do
the delivery boy.
Done, equally, or symbol. The magic trick.
Deja vu. Oh, dang it. I got the
So that's
third
what
edition.
stems.
Bye bye.
What is going on? Pretty sure
There is no pizza boxer.
Alright. I'm gonna have to do this.
Yeah, you're cooking. I was gonna ask you.
Wow.
Manager. So you
A1B.
Fire is helping. Roll!
Look, I'm an A1 Pacific.
Okay.
Ding dong.
Oh. There you go.
Level 12. I saw.
Oh yeah, that's my house right there. For why are my windows not blue?
Oh, aloha!
I don't want to use my field out.
Ding dong. Everyone loves a ding dong. Look, I found Kevin's house. Now I'm gonna run over his mailbox.
Yay! Rip
I ran over your mailbox.
Where was that? Sun. Wait, there's sun here? Is this sun? Come here. This sun? You're welcome.
Kevin, come do supplies.
It.
You fired a truck stolen.
Change the sun for sim shot.
Oh no.
I'll just bring the truck to where you are. Then you can have it.
Oh no!
Backing up.
She's trying to get out of my
You got
bed.
it.
Three.
Here's your truck.
Thank you.
Yep.
Oh crap.
Okay, now go get the pizza. Go get the supplies. I'll go deliver for you.
Yeah, boy.
Time for skateboard action.
Action skateboard.
Yep.
The movie.
Yep.
In theaters today. Paid $599 for tickets.
Dr. Boy, get yourself 20K, bro.
Brandon, you better get in here, you mook, you. Get into the Hangouts call before me and Kevin take away your cola and water.
Brother, this girl stinks.
Oh, we went there. Someone died.
Don't just die.
Someone died on the road.
What the?
Pretty sure we're both going the same speed.
Don't run me over. I'm almost there. People bop
We're
you.
going about the same speed.
I'm
It's now
there.
number 21.
I'm just gonna skateboard into the
21?
scalp.
Very nice, though.
I'm here. Whee!
It says 0.
Yeah, cheese.
Cheese is good.
Cheese. Yeah.
Say, you're
Dang
right.
it.
Okay, people are being idiots in my kitchen.
And someone's being an idiot with a truck.
Wait a minute. We got 20
Oh dear.
K.
Hold up, let me go.
$20,200.
I see you. Ah.
Okay.
Okay, back up.
That's what I did when I did my first time solo. Zombies, Cold War zombies.
How
Okay.
many supplies
There you
does
go.
this guy's finding?
Kevin, you're gonna have to get out.
Get out of what?
I have pet Russian.
Or, never mind. The person that was driving the truck had to get out.
Alright.
We got a monster of cheese. Hey, dude, get out of the truck.
Yeah, it affects you, not me.
I don't know.
But it does affect my equipment. It doesn't. Save the zombie.
This is good. I'm gonna get some really weird looks when I'm going down the road. Yeah.
Like it doesn't matter if I'm loud or not. Fun.
My tablet about to die.
Wanna know something?
Welcome to
Yeah,
Connect the Dots,
usually get
where you connect
me,
the love.
when we get power on, zombies start to take damage while idle. They're running around.
Really
They
weird
die.
looks.
But
Okay,
they
Kevin, I'm
still
ready
go.
when you come back.
Drop.
Alright,
Now,
let's get any supplies.
You're getting an announcement of the supplies. Did you get some dough?
Yeah.
All right. We need.
Yeah, we got
That's
a
what
tower.
we need. That's a dough.
The tower fell apart.
Backing up, backing up.
And the cheese
you're
fell
in the
off.
way.
Bad cheese. Cheese is grounded.
Hold up.
Too bad Gavin doesn't want to join us. Upgrade house.
I'm gonna have enough to upgrade the house.
Let me
The
see if
chest.
I have enough to upgrade. Wait, no, I was hitting the door.
Wait, mine got?
I'm a reproductive.
It's
Okay, I'm almost there. I'm almost there.
My God, in German.
No.
Okay, now I gotta keep making monies. I got some monies in my pocket. Are you there, Kev?
Sorry. It's
I'm at the crossroads.
You're almost there. Okay. Oh, wait. Beep, 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 boop, beep, boop, bop, beep, boop, boop, beep, boop, bop. Beep, boop, boop. I see you.
I'm first. I'm first to use the
Back up carefully. Okay, now you have to get out.
No, I'm first in line.
Let's see. You got soda, sausages, pepperonis. You got everything. Okay,
This
go on
has
out the other truck.
extension.
Kevin, go on out the other truck.
Alright.
21. She's 21.
I can't wait for double time.
This guy's acting like a fool.
Fat controller, can he wreck it? Fat controller, no he can't. Ah!
A theme song? to be extra? You want?
Okay, I'm just getting an old cheese load.
Alright.
But you can get old tomato sauce load.
Fresh side. It's a very popular for a very good reason.
Cheese, cheese, cheese.
Is it on your side? Radioactive? This is my little one. Said you will be. It's on my side.
Here's the cheese. Backing up. There you go. That's plenty of cheese now. Hey, Kevin, go take the load. Go take the empty truck now. Oh, great. No one's doing the job. No one's doing the job up here. Looks like I'm taking customers' orders.
Oi.
Oh no, nuke. I'm not getting nuke.
How many times do you have to keep telling this person?
This shred.
Cheese pizza. There's a cheese pizza. Kevin's getting a mustard surprise. Oh, by the way, Kevin, you missed a dinosaur. There's another dinosaur in the game.
How do people dress up as dinosaurs?
I don't know how dinosaurs get into the game.
Probably like 2007 when they decided to put dinosaurs into the game. I don't know.
I am not eating a dinosaur pizza.
Pizza dinosaur.
No one's working in the kitchen.
Keep dealing with this person.
All right, I'm gonna make all the cheese pizzas. Kevin, when you're done, come make some pizzas.
Alright. I just got a friend request from somebody.
Stupid. Okay, we got one pepperoni. Okay.
So he's delivering it. Alright. And I'm not an ingredient. Oh, really? We're gonna need pizza boxes.
Nitty. Here they come. Okay, go make the sausage pizzas.
Da-da-da.
There you go. And the what? Yeah. And you guys receive monies.
No. Oh yeah, you do.
You're all cooking at different times.
I think we just. Whoa. Okay, there's a lot of sausage.
You made too much.
We made a lot of sausage pizzas.
We made too many.
Dude, we gotta get dog right.
My person. That's it. Fine.
No pizza box.
I've no shortcuts. Oh, I'm sorry.
She's messing up the pizzas. She messed up the station. She messed up. Bad person. Kevin can do this. Kevin can do this. This is Kevin's job now. Kevin is the pizza man. Get out of here. Oh, phew. There you go, Kevin.
Hooray! So 3.
4.
We're gonna need an extra pizza.
5, 6, 7, 8. Da, 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 da. And the dog goes flying.
Oh look, here we go. And then another one.
Okay, we got a lot. Hey, dude, don't put the pizza on the floor. Ew.
And
The person just ruined the pizza.
Nope, we're not cooking it.
We are not cooking about pizza.
Well, this guy's stupid. There you go. God dang it. She's
Remove that pizza.
At least this pizza doesn't have any bugs on it.
Good. That has no bugs. Good, good. Person!
This person just screwing with her working.
Why are you making pizza on your head?
Didn't mean to.
Person, you don't do that. You are messing up the kitchen.
Yeah, the kitchen's already whacked up.
got this.
It's funny, I just pulled out this one. I thought I put it in there.
Here, Kevin.
We need cheese.
Lenny.
We don't even need that fire extinguisher.
Yeah, go get.
Right now it's ordered.
Well, we don't need dog in
Okay, I'll make the 2 cheese pizzas.
There's one cheese pizza I already made.
I know where.
Here's 2 more.
I know where they should go.
I just cursed it.
I'm already grabbed it.
I'm gonna make her for $400.
Here's a sausage.
Did you just get this?
I'm pretty sure that idiot's about to screw everything up again.
Go see if, is anyone doing their job
Jesus.
up front?
Yeah, they're doing their job.
Okay, come back here then. You have to keep an eye on the person who's messing up the kitchen. You're babysitting her.
Where's this place? Okay, right
Time to
here.
sit on her.
Yup, trying to sit on her. Yep, okay.
There we go.
Cashiers are doing their job.
Actually doing her job this time.
Okay, I gotta get armor.
Yeah! I'm working. Okay, everyone's doing their job back here. Everyone's doing their job. Except her. She's not doing her job. Get out of here.
Time to make her into an ingredient.
See, Kevin, you know how to make pizza. She doesn't. Kind of sit on her.
Yep.
What's your favorite tobacco?
Here, Kevin. You put that in the oven. She's not making them right.
Yeah. And I accidentally opened it.
Kevin's the only one doing his job in this kitchen.
Correctly.
Get out of here, person. You don't know how to make pizzas.
Pizza you cannot make.
She does not compute.
She does not compute with
She's a robot.
guidelines.
She's a robot. Welcome to Robot.
Saved my life.
We're the only ones working. This does not compute. She does not compute. She do not compute. We got it. Take and play. Hi, Take and Play. Welcome back to the stream.
Hello.
The zombies are sticking to.
She left the kitchen. Okay, Kevin. Here you go. Here's your dough.
Hooray! We don't have to do it for now.
You're gonna make a cheese pizza. Let us put that there. Okay, 1 sausage. Here's a sausage. She left the game. She left the game.
Yay!
Yay! All right. Here you go, Kevin. Some dough, some squeezy dough for you.
And boom.
Okay, let's throw those into the oven.
Wow, have a good time.
Not a sausage. What's up? We'll have it for dinner next week. Sausage with the duck. And no, guys, I'm not eating not the Great Western engine. I don't eat engines. None of us eat engines.
But monster engines eat other engines.
Yeah, if you're a zombie. If you're a zombie engine, you eat other engines.
With failed attempts at playing God.
This does not compute. This is not compute.
Found it.
Pound it.
It was on the plane.
Jack, chicken, choo choo.
We have more ideas.
Boop, 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 boop.
What Thomas? What summer? And Jesus Christ. It's gone.
It's gone away. It went to the ocean floor. It went to the ocean floor. It went.
I'm trying to. Jesus.
I got it. I got it.
He's still on fire. Dang it.
Okay, why are we getting another idiot in the kitchen?
What is it? We have 2 more idiots in the kitchen now.
Oh, god damn it. Damn it, what, do you want a bonus?
Hold up.
Come on, come on.
There's our cheese.
Come on. Come over here, Kevin.
God, lag.
Do not unimagine all the sword, thank you.
For some reason, I hear.
Kevin, I was going to give you a
What
bonus.
is he?
They're being an idiot. Kevin, come on. Let's, Kevin, come out of here. Let's go over here.
Alright. No complaints because I got the perks.
Now I can give you the bonus. There you go.
Hey,
Okay.
I got bonus.
Oh, they're being idiots in the kitchen. Let's go do supplies.
There's so many idiots in the kitchen.
I don't want to work with idiots, do you? Oh, Kevin, first, let's
All
watch
these-
these pizzas.
All these all these idiots are just causing my game to lag. Bad.
Welcome to Idiot Land.
Yeah.
There you go. Okay.
Oh boy.
All right. There you go. Now you can put that in. Okay, here's one more. Now let's go, supplies. Yeah, before idiots. Come on, let's go steal a car.
Oh no.
I got a shotgun on this one. Take that one right there.
I call shotgun.
Let's go. Whee!
My car is now purple.
Check and count. It has no bounds. I'm going this way. Shortcut. It worked. Are you behind me?
Hey.
I took a shortcut. Where are you? I'm already there.
I see you right there.
Wee. Okay, I hit the truck. You might want to move that car out of the way.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Kevin gets hit by a car in other stories.
And by the way, I guess we can give us. I don't know if we're streaming next. We don't know what the stream schedule is for next year, guys. We don't. We'll figure it out. Okay, I'll get the other one. You can start loading this one.
We're gonna need more boxes.
We need more boxes and other stories. Funny enough, one that streams for December, it says pizza on the title. That means this game.
Tomorrow's streams are gonna be fun.
Yep. And Kevin and I are both streaming Christmas Day. This is gonna be so much fun.
I know you could
Yep.
have been mad. I just had to.
We got a load of pepperoni. We got a load of pepperoni. We got loads of peppers.
Hello, I'm Diesel from the Stories of Sodor. Edward was supposed to be handling this video, but he's a bit tied up at the moment. So, I've decided to step in and lend a hand. And a good thing too, as I need to improve my image. Given my depiction throughout the years in this show, the TV show, the book series, and probably every other form of media surrounding this franchise, I'm seen as the, quote, villain, end quote. After today, I promise you'll think otherwise. How? Because today, I'm here to entertain the children. Welcome to Storytime with Diesel. Okay, we'll start off with one of the classics, Goldilocks and the Three Bears. A story about, oh bother. Sorry, it's been a long time since I actually read it. Just give me a moment. Wait, hold on. A girl breaks into a family's house, eats their food, and then sleeps in their beds? This book's all about juvenile crime and squatting. Where are her parents in all this? And when the family comes home, they don't call the police or children's services? They frighten the girl off instead? She should count her lucky stars she didn't get eaten. Forget this. I'm trying something else. Ah, here we are. Jack and the Beanstalk. A tale about an adventurous little boy who climbed a massive plant that grew out of some magic beans. I gotta say, if there are beans out there that can grow skyscraping plants in less than a day, just imagine if they could do that for things like wheat. Anyway, little Jack thinks it might be fun to climb something that reaches up into the clouds. So, without any safety gear or supervision, he scurries on up and finds a castle that's somehow able to defy gravity. He also finds a goose that's able to lay golden eggs. Don't know how that works either. So, being the little scallywag he is, he decides to steal it. Can't say I blame him. Problem is, the goose is owned by a giant who lives in the aforementioned castle. One who didn't think it was necessary to post a guard on that gold-laying goose. But given the terrible rhymes he spouts when he comes thumping on out, he ain't that bright. He spots Jack stealing his goose and goes after him. Somehow, the tiny little human gets to the bottom of the beanstalk first. He takes out an axe and chops it down, with the giant still on it. Down the brute comes, and splat. So the moral of this story seems to be, if you're prepared to steal, be prepared to kill. Okay, this isn't going so good. Phew, blimey. Who knew so many children's stories were so disturbing when you stopped and actually took a look at them? Maybe I'll try a few nursery rhymes instead. Let me just have a look. Pull out the old phone. Nope. Right, here's one. Little Miss Muppet selling a tuffet. Hang on, what's a tuffet? Oh, all right. Eating your curds in whey. Ew. Along came a spider and sat down beside her and frightened Miss Muffet away. So that was about a girl and her arachnophobia. Could have been worse. What else have we got? There was an old woman who lived in a shoe. What? Are the people just really small, or do they just make really big footwear? What do they use when they go camping? Giant socks? That's too ridiculous. I'm moving on. Old King Cole was a merry old soul, and a merry old soul was he. He called for his pipe. Wait a moment. A pipe? I hope they mean the kind that holds tobacco.
Smoke.
And he called for it. What's this? Who's been using my phone? Who put this app on it? What is that? Tinder? Can you start a fire with it or something? Let's have a look. Who's Little Green Caterpillar? And who's this who sent you a message? Rusty Red King? Let's see what it says. I cannot unsee that. All right, I'm going to try one final storybook, Little Red Riding Hood. A story about a little girl who travels unsupervised through a dark, dank, wooded area to visit her grandmother, who gets eaten by a wolf. The wolf, who's apparently sentient, then assumes Granny's identity in a bid to eat Little Red Riding Hood. Don't know why he didn't just hunt her. That's what wolves do. So, when Little Red arrives, since she's apparently got the eyesight of Stevie Wonder, she doesn't realize the wolf is impersonating her grandma until he tries to eat her. Long story short, she's saved by a conveniently placed woodsman who forces the wolf to spit Granny out. And get this, he does, and she's still alive. Wolves don't chew, apparently. They just swallow things like a duck. Yes, Diesel? No, I said a duck, not you, duck. All right, no need to get in a huff. What's got your fuses in a fizzle? I was trying to do a good thing, and it backfired. Why doesn't that surprise me? Oh, shut up, duck. Flap away, will ya? I think you might be the one who has to fly. Why? Diesel? Uh-oh. Yeah, you might want to run right about now. I think that's a good idea. Thanks very much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Yikes! Just you wait till I get my buffers on you. Oh, come on, Edward. No harm done. That'll change real soon, you big black weasel. Beg pardon, Edward. Couldn't that be considered racist these days? Shut up, Duck. You were just in this video for fan service.
Oh boy.
And
Well, Gavin finally answered us.
my browser froze.
Okay.
Also, people are trying to throw me out of office.
Oof.
I am not a bad manager, mister. I do work.
It's me.
It's a
Mario.
monster ball!
I love challenges.
I'm not giving up my post.
My browser is about to crash.
Hey, Kevin, what's your favorite pizza combination? Over here.
Hello, everyone. I'm Edward from the Stories of Sodor, and today I would like to present something special in order to celebrate this channel reaching 16,000 subscribers. No, it's not a surprise release of Season 3, nor is it a date for when that will be. Instead, it's going to be a reimagining of a classic children's tale, The Tortoise and the Hare. Now, for long-time viewers of this channel, you may be aware that I did once try to tell other such stories. On that occasion, however, there were complications. If you want to see what those were, click the card in the corner or follow the link in the description. So, in order to avoid a repeat of last time, we've taken certain precautions. This is completely unnecessary! I beg to differ. Now be quiet.
Oh,
Right. With that out of the way, let's get on with this retelling of The Tortoise and the Hare. Or, as it will be called today, The Tram and the Express Engine. That's terrible. Quiet, Diesel. There once were a group of engines that worked on a very busy railway. Among this array of steamies and diesels was a kindly and humble tram engine who always found the time to help those in need. And then there was a vain and boastful express engine who gallivanted about the line like he owned the place. Wouldn't it make more sense for Gordon to be that engine? Shut up, Diesel! After suffering his hubris long enough, the tram decided to challenge the express engine to a race. The express engine just laughed. You are so slow. It will take you days to reach the finish line. Why does Reginald sound different? One more word out of you, Diesel, and you're going to get it. Is that so, you arrogant engine? Let's have a race and see who is faster. The angry tram decided to challenge the express engine and teach him a lesson. The express engine was amused and looked at the whole thing like a joke. They decided on the racing path and chose the latest engine to be released by the railway works as umpire. The rivals started as expected. The speedy express engine soon left the tram far behind. Having reached halfway, the express engine decided to take a break. What a lovely summer day it is! I think I shall enjoy the sunlight and perhaps see if anything worthwhile
double time!
Twitter before resuming the race. So he found a comfortable siding and whipped out his phone. Soon after finding nothing of value on social media, he decided to have a nap. He thought, even if the tram passes me, I shall still overtake him and reach the finish line. There's nothing to worry about with the slow tram. The tram trundled on, unwavering, unhesitating towards his goal in his resolve to beat the express engine. The express engine, in the meantime, had overslept. When he awoke, he realized the tram had overtaken him by quite a distance. He cursed and took off as fast as he could. When he reached the finish line, the tram was already there, waiting for the express engine's late arrival. The express engine learned his lesson. Never make fun of anyone's weakness. Pride and arrogance will always lead to your downfall. The express engine accepted his defeat graciously and apologized to the tram for his rude behavior. And that is the conclusion of the story, which certainly has a good moral to teach. It also happens to be the origin for the expression, slow and steady wins the race. Tell that to Usain Bolt. Right, that's it. I warned you. Release the Kraken. Release the what?
Yes.
So, what did you guys think? Always like to keep my audience riveted. That doesn't make them worthless. Yeah, it does. But go on, Gordon, blather away. Social media is a monster, a voracious beast that feeds on instant gratification, dopamine, and insecurities. Insecurities, Gordon? Well, what do you call it when you need the validation of another person? I wouldn't call it insecure. I'd call it a means of expression. It's the same thing, James. No, it is not the same thing. Yes, it is. Every piece of art form that has ever been created has been done so with the express purpose of being seen by others. Do you really think an artist goes to the effort and expense of producing an article so it can't be seen by the public? What's this got to do with social media? The exact same principle applies. People post things online for them to be seen and to be applauded for it. Do you really think the creator of this channel makes videos solely in the name of artistic expression? All right, Gordon, maybe you have a point, but by your own words, artists have been creating things to be seen since the dawn of time. Social media has now given such people an incredible platform from which to launch themselves. How can that be a bad thing? I'll concede it isn't. In principle, Percy, you are right. Social media does allow the average person to extend their reach. Then what's the problem? The problem, Diesel, is it's never enough. The praise is never enough. So people fall into the downward spiral of oversharing until they either burn out or post something that will ruin their lives or careers. You can ask James Gunn what I'm talking about. I think that was a load of claptrap. Fine then, disregard my sound wisdom. I don't care. And I certainly don't feel the need to tweet that I don't care. You made some good points, Gordon, but I'm still happy with social media. And Instagram at the moment. Hey, what's this? What? I just came across this picture of a woman holding a sign saying, "Stand up to racism." And she's sitting down. All right. I'll admit, that is rather amusing. I do love irony. That's funny. That's exactly what the caption says. Whose account is it? Victor Tanzig! What? No way. It can't be. The profile picture looks an awful lot like him. What's the bio say? You can't spell victorious without Victor? Oh, what the sod? What kind of a tagline is that? Wait, there's more. But in all seriousness, I'm just a regular Aussie bloke making his way through life. Well, Victor is Australian. There's only a couple of posts, but the first one appears to be a video. Maybe an intro. Play it. Let's see if it is our Victor. Okay, here we go. I don't believe it. It is him. I'm not convinced. What are you talking about? It clearly was him. It must be an imposter, a doppelganger of sorts. Why? Because Victor Tanzig is a hopeless introvert who wouldn't know how to be sociable if his life depended on it. I resent that, even if it is true. What? Victor? No, Queen Victoria. Of course it's me. What are you doing here? Well, I have started an Instagram account, and I thought it was about time I appeared in one of my own videos. Technically, you appear in all of them since you do our voices. Don't be pedantic, Percy. Anyway, hello everyone, Victor Tanzig here. And yes, I have started an Instagram. I don't really know why. I thought it might be fun. Plus, I'll be going away on holidays in a few weeks' time, and I figured it would be a good way to share any photos or videos I might take. Where are you going? That's a story for another day. For now, if you guys want to check out my Instagram, just follow the link in the description. Hope you enjoy what I post, just as I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you very much for watching, and have a good one. Percy! Oh, go yourself, guys. Okay. How is it possible that I wrote this script and yet didn't see that coming? Salty, how did the inspection go? Very well, matey. We found 2 knives, a hand grenade, a lightsaber, 3 cruise missiles, 5 kilos of napalm, 60 grams of unshielded uranium, a katana, 4 assault rifles, a tank, and for some reason, a birthday card addressed to some lass named Serena Leo Harper. But no needles. No, me hearty, no needles. Excellent. Are we going to have to examine all food imported from Australia from now on? For the immediate future, yes. The Aussies did just go through a bad run of contaminated fruit. Phew, typical. Some silly twit thought it'd be a good idea to stick needles in fruit and the whole country goes into meltdown.
Oh,
This
good
is
they
just
left.
overreacting, Edward. Maybe, but it's like a bomb threat. It may be a prank, but you still need to leave the building just in case. It pays to be vigilant. Guys! Percy, don't do that! You'll frighten away the tourists. You see? Sorry, Edward, but it's important. There's going to be a blackout in the next 3 seconds. Wait, what? Okay, I just have 2 questions. How and why did this happen? Sodor Electric is trying out an alternative to coal power. And what might that be? Thousands of hamsters running around on wheels? Oh, for crying out loud. I guess we should end the video here, unless someone has an idea on how to fix this. Hi, guys. What the? Whiff? Is that you? How did you get here? By way of the plot device. Oh, well, I wish I could say it's good to see you, but, you know, yeah, the blackout's extended to the mainland for some reason. But I'm not too worried, as it gives me a chance to test out my new invention. What's that? A non-electrical light bulb? No. Watch. Testing, testing, 1, 2. Eureka! What are we looking at? My new invention, Whiff's audio visualizer effect. Well done, old boy. I guess it beats staring at a black screen. Racist. Oh, shut up, Diesel. All right, mateys. Now we've got this sorted. What do we do?
All right.
That's a good
Great
question. I know. We can discuss season 3 of Stories of Sodor. Nah, I'm sure no one's interested in that. Wait, I got a better idea. I've always wanted to do this. I swear, Diesel, if you start singing Hollaback Girl again... No, I won't. I had something else in mind. And for the record, my cover version wasn't that bad. It was deemed a violation of the Geneva Convention. I don't know how, but it was. United Nations, interfering busybodies. Are you going to do your thing, Diesel, or not? Okay. There is nothing wrong with your television set. Do not attempt to adjust your picture. We are controlling what you see and hear. What's that, Diesel? We're in control? Hey, look! I can see my voice! This is fun! What the? Eric? When did you get here? When Whip arrived. Why didn't you say anything? Nobody said anything to me. How could we say something to you if we didn't know you were there? Oh, yeah. I hadn't thought... Oi! Diesel, what's wrong? Something just touched me from behind. Percy, where are you? Hey, why do you think I did that? Just tell me where you are. I don't know. It's pitch black. Hey, Diesel. What? That wasn't me. You were parked behind me, so who else could it be? Oh, sorry, James. My bad. Huh? How did you... Yo, shiver me timbers. Oh, I do apologize, Salty. Wait, you're here now, Gordon? Yikes! Who was that? Oh, I'm sorry, Edward. Hang on. Who's that? Hello there. I'm Samantha, and I'll be joining the cast of Stories of Sodor in Season 3. If you want to know what I look like, go to the Community tab of this channel, where you'll see the thumbnail for the episode in which I will be making my debut. There is currently no release date for Season 3, as the episodes are still being made, but we will be keeping you up to date as the series progresses. How was that, Edward? Couldn't have put it better myself. Good job, my dear.
All right, we need to get a supply truck.
Hello everyone, Victor Tanzik here, and welcome to Greens and Salutations. Okay, so that's a wrap on season 2. I'm very glad that you guys seem to have enjoyed it. It's been absolutely terrific. I mean, the response has been overwhelmingly positive. I can't thank you guys enough for that. Of course, also there are a few details I need to go over about the season. The first I will discuss is the apparent discrepancy with Wendell, who debuted in Thief. Quite a few of the comments posted indicate that he was actually from the LNER, not the Great Western Railway. That's my bad. I thought he was Great Western. I don't know why I thought that, but hey, it's done in my series now, so I think it'd be pretty silly if I went back and retconned that. So yeah, he's Great Western in my series. And besides, if any of you have been watching my channel for any length of time, you'll probably know I'm quite loose when it comes to historical accuracy. If that bothers you, well, that's fine. I mean, that's your right. And of course, as expected, Spectre was the most popular episode of this season to date. I still don't understand why ghost stories always seem to be so popular, but hey, I'm not going to complain. And another point I want to discuss is a narration error I made in Furness. At a certain point when I was describing the majority of engines who worked on the Furness Railway, I said they were mostly non-faceless, not faceless. I'm quite embarrassed about that because I went back twice and reviewed that episode and I still didn't notice. But yeah, that's that. And Armaments was also a very popular episode. Everyone seemed to like the direction I took James's character in, his past, I mean. And quite a few people were also very receptive about Amanda. And I got to tell you, that surprised me very much so, because quite a few comments posted in that episode suggested that she be brought back at a later date in a ghost story, and that she reconciles with James. And like I said, I was totally unprepared for that sort of response. Just the sheer magnitude of comments asking for Amanda to return in a ghost story. So naturally, of course, I'm going to have to do that now. I don't know when that will be, but I will definitely do it. And as you guys know, I tend to credit the persons who suggested the ideas for the story. But I guess this time, since so many people suggested the same thing, I'm going to have to do the credit as story idea by everyone. Yeah, I guess I'll have to. And another episode
Aha, there it is.
Pleased was well received was Affection. I mean, I know the idea of like romance among trains, or I guess in this case vehicles, does seem quite awkward, but everyone seemed to have been receptive to the idea. You know, a lot of talk was in the comments about shipping, like people shipping certain couples. I got to admit, I've never heard that before in describing romance between the engines, but hey, that's cool. And I'm very pleased, especially that Affection was well received, because I'll admit something to you guys. I actually went back and had to reshoot quite a large bit of that episode, because when I originally did it, I hated the end product. It just felt rushed, which it was, because in the episode that I did release, the one you guys saw, pretty much every scene involving Gordon and Lily wasn't in it, with the exception of the one that preceded Gordon meeting up with Douglas. So if you were to deduct those scenes from the story, well, it'd be pretty nonsensical. It'd be pretty stupid. It'd kind of be like the final product that Suicide Squad was. Yeah, enough said about that. And of course, the final episode, that was Parade. I'm very glad that everyone seems to like my interpretation of Blue Nose in the form of Benson. And again, a few people pointed out that there was a character in the cartoon Regular Show who was called Benson. I gotta tell you guys, that was a coincidence because I've never seen Regular Show. To be honest, I'd never heard of it before people started posting those comments. All right, so now that season 2 has wrapped, that of course leads to the mini series that will be coming up, titled The Stories of War. Even though I'm not a fan of giving away spoilers, I will tell you guys this. There won't be an adaptation for the Tugs episode of Munitions in my mini series. I know that may sound strange, considering it seems like the perfect setting for it, but that's only because I've got something planned for a Munitions adaptation further down the road. I think you guys will like that. And also, I've got plenty of other ideas for Stories of War. I don't know when that will be released because I'm still making it. I know that's probably not what you guys want to hear, but the thing is, I can't give a release date as I only fairly recently finished the first episode, which took me nearly 3 months to make. And the reason for that is because, well, I had other concerns like real life concerns, work and all that. So, no, I'm not going to release the episode that I just made because I don't want to run the risk of there being like several weeks or, God forbid, months gaps in between them. I don't think that'd be fair to you guys. But what I am going to do, though, is I'm going to show you guys the intro to the first episode of my mini-series, which is titled Evacuation. So beware spoilers and enjoy. Okay, there we go. A special thanks to Steamsmith GG for submitting the story idea. And that leads me nicely into a couple more shout outs I want to give. First up, I want to give one to the gaming legend for a very entertaining comment he posted in Parade. It was seemingly an adaptation for the Tugs intro, but geared towards my Stories of War idea. And I'm going to read it to you guys now. World War II, for its size, was the most deadly conflict at the time, and the engines of Sodor played a vital part in winning. These are the stories of war. And yeah, that's just really, really clever. I wish I'd thought of something like that before I did the intro for my Stories of War, but I'm still very happy with the end result for that. And another shout out I want to give is to Delilah02, who went to the effort of making this great piece of art. Seriously, if that's not talented, I don't know what is. There's a link to Delilah02's DeviantArt page in the description. And if you're watching, thank you very much for going to the effort. It's terrific, and I look forward to seeing what you come up with next. Okay, and the next point I want to discuss is at the time of my making this video, I just hit 12,000 subscribers. So thank you guys so much for that. It's really, really appreciated. And I want to give you guys something in return. I do read most of the comments that get posted on my channel. I say most, not all, because, well, I can't obviously read all of them. But by far and away, the most common question I do get asked is, what music do I use throughout my episodes? Like, what music do I use at this point or that point? Yeah, I've answered a few of them, but not all of them, I'm afraid. So, what I'm going to give you guys is a link in the description to my Google Drive containing all the music I use or have used up to this point in my series for you guys to use in your projects or just to listen in general, whatever. They're all royalty-free pieces, so you don't have to worry about copyright. And full disclaimer, I didn't make any of them. I didn't compose them. They're the property of their respective owners. Since season 2 has wrapped, I've been getting a few story ideas. So, and of course, I'm still looking for more ideas to adapt later down the road. If you guys have any, feel free to send me a private message. I'd prefer the story ideas to be delivered as a private message because it's just easier for me to keep track of them. For those of you who don't know how to send a private message, you just need to click on the About tab of my page at the top of the screen and just click on Send Message, type your message in, and I should get it. Obviously, you'll need to be signed in to YouTube to send it, but yeah, so send your ideas and I'll have a look at them. And of course, I'll give you credit for them if I do adapt them. Yeah, so I guess that's all I've got to say. So I'll close this episode out with the question, what was your favorite episode this season? Post your comments down below. I look forward to reading them. Thank you all again so much for 12,000 subscribers. I can't wait to see what happens with the channel next. And yeah, I'll keep you updated as I progress with the stories of war. Yep, so that's all I got to say. Thank you very much for watching, and have a good one. The crazy things that happen on this island. Wait, what? Oh, here we go. Please tell me you're not serious, Thomas. Of course I'm not, Toby. I know trains can't fly. It was just a gag. Then what are you doing with that jet engine? Where'd you even get it from? Sodor Workshops. Links in the description. And I'm going to set a record with it. What sort of record? Fastest speed ever achieved by a tank engine. You have got to be joking. No joke. I'm just waiting on the final word from my crew, and away I go. Thomas, we're all good. Tops. I'm gonna make history. The only thing you're gonna make, Thomas, is a mess of yourself. Thanks for the encouragement, Emily. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got a record to set. I don't suppose any amount of talk is going to dissuade you from doing this, Thomas? No, didn't think so. Is it bad that I kind of want this to fail? Sounds like you've got a case of schadenfreude. Schaden what? Schadenfreude. It means enjoying someone else's failings. It's German. Do you speak German now, Toby? Natürlich nicht. Sag nicht Albern. Good. Okay. If everybody's done trying to crush Thomas's record setting, kindly shut it and let me proceed. Percy, give me a countdown. 25, 24, 23, oi. What's going on here? What's Thomas doing? Trying to set a record? Really? And we're about to take bets on how it's going to fail. Oh, I know exactly how. Hey, Thomas, are you sure your body can handle the G-force? G-force? What's the G stand for? 3, 2, 1, launch! Ah! G for goods train. Ha ha ha. Oh, ow. Oh, why didn't I see this coming? That's a good question, Thomas. All right, that's it. I'm not pulling the flying kipper anymore. Every time I take this stupid train, something bad happens. So I'm done with it. I can't believe it's taken me more than 30 years to do this. On the bright side, Thomas, you did set a record. Oh, yeah? What was it? Fastest accident to ever happen on Sodor. And that's saying something. Ha, ha, ha. That, Emily, is an example of schadenfreude. Too right. And I love it. Hope you did too.